We enter the third week of April. Still getting a stark reminder that the winter's not left us completely. Last night we had another little overnight ground frost there. Just another look on the thermometer and it is just hovering on 0 degrees. In the greenhouse in the garden I've got a diesel heater and I've got an app on my phone connected with the thermometer. When that drops below 3 degrees it pings my phone. And what I did last night, I think it's about 1:30, my phone went off. I was able to flick the heater on from inside the house and that's kept that nice and toasty now. Come in this morning, it's running at 12 degrees. Not so sure what's happening down the bottom greenhouse. Just going to finish my coffee and I'll take you down and have a look. This is not a remake of the Ronnies because in here I've got 5 candles, although the one on the end's looking a bit as though it's coming to the end of its life. These candles have been outside since last spring actually, and have been all weathers, rain, snow, hail, whatever. And I just brought them in last night when we knew we was going to have a bit of a cold temperature, and they all fired up except that one on the end looks a bit sick for itself. Let's have a look. But looking in the greenhouse, everything survived nicely. The shallots, them are ready to go out. Some beetroot there, celery, got lots of onions, some there. All these onions have been ground from seed. Brassicas there, I think there's cabbage, cauliflowers. Again, some more there. Some more celery, more brassicas, some more brassicas which need them a bit younger, obviously I've only just potted them on. And again, the seed onions, these are ready to go out probably in the next week, but I'll usually put these out around about mid-May towards the end of May. So I'm very happy with the way the greenhouse has survived over that cold snap we've had. I'm going to put the candles out now. We'll have a look at that one on the end, but I reckon these candles will probably last. They've been on probably 11 hours I have from last night, and I reckon there's another probably a week's burning in them at least. Right, I'm going to blow them out and we'll go back into the greenhouse in the garden. It's such a lovely morning, I thought I'd just share this with you. These are the autumn raspberries. You can just see a little bit of frost on the leaves, but nothing to worry about. They've bushed out nicely. The thing I wanted to show you was this, the cherry tree. The blossom on here is amazing. Looks like it's going to be a good fruiting year for the birds again. I'm still in 2 minds whether to keep this. I say it is in a bit of an awkward position on the allotment. I'll make a decision at the end of the year. I'll just show you what the other fruit trees look like as well. This is me Egremont russet. They've got quite a few flowers on. The one which was a real picture was this pear tree, and this is the Williams. And all the blossoms have actually gone off here now, but there was a lot of flowers on, and hopefully some of them are going to turn into fruit and stay on. And moving along down here, see the sweet peas. We planted them I think a video or 2 ago. They've started to pick up and grab hold of the wire mesh. And right on the end here we got this, what was described as a golden delicious to me. I'm still not 100% sure, but the blossom is fantastic. Just love to see the flowers, very pretty on fruit trees, especially this apple, lovely pink white colour. Hop into the warm toasty greenhouse here. I did last night because we didn't have the frost. I didn't bring the peas in, although they should be all right now. But might as well take advantage if you've got a bit of warm space. As you can see, the VITOPODs, they've got the duvet covers on, and also the one here. I've got a couple of begonias. I did pop some bubble wrap over the top. They've started to sprout up, and there's some more corms that I've just set off, and them just start bursting into life. For all the time I've spent in the greenhouse recently with sowing and potting on, stuff on the allotments tend to have got missed a little bit. So I'm going to start now and clear these 2 tanks in particular. The one on there is already done. I'm going to be sowing probably parsnips in there, and this one is the carrots, and I've still got half a dozen, so I might as well lift these out now, and then we can get this bed prepped. I'm on the stragglers, what's left. These was the sweet candles. Had a really good crop off these. Oh, 2 or 3 on there. So, I don't know if you can see those there. That is the last of the sweet candle. So that leaves this bed free, ready for preparation for the next sowing, which shouldn't be too long. Thought it's about time now, have a look in the Vegepod and sort this out. This has been running all the winter. If you're not familiar with the Vegepod, I've got a little video where I built it and show you what it's like. Basically it's a frame with a mesh cover, and there's also a plastic cover as well. I put that on top of the mesh over the winter, and that keeps a nice climate. And as you can see, I've overwintered some spring onions in here. I think these are ramrod, and I'm just going to now clear this out. A lot of problem people have with these Vegepod and any container garden really, you must remember to replenish the soil and feed it again, because when you're growing plants in any soil at all, they'll be taking nutrients out and that. So do remember to feed it. I'll just bring you in a bit closer and show you. There we are. So these are ramrod, I think, ready for picking now, and a lovely size. They've been in there probably since about September, I would guess. On this side here, if you can excuse the shadow, I've got lettuce. These are a variety called Saladin, and they're actually going to go in here along with some spring onions, which are in my greenhouse in the garden. And this here, I think, avoiding the shadows again, is a winter cabbage I was given by another plot holder. I don't think that's come up to anything at the moment, but I'm going to put that in a big pot and let it carry on and see how it goes. So that's the Vegepod at the moment. So I will start planting around the big onion, the spring onions, because I really want to keep them. They have done very well. Well, I took about 5 or 6 inches off the top of the soil, and I've actually put in, I used some spent potato compost that I used last year out the buckets. And to give it a bit of a supplement, I've added blood fishing barn and also some ground moor. Now the ground moor is what they call a balanced fertiliser, 777. It's equal percentage of nitrogen, phosphates and potash. So that'll keep the bed going a bit longer during the season. So I'm just going to lightly rake all this in then, level it off, and then we can see about getting the lettuce. And so I've got some spring onions in as well, but these are still going at the moment, so I might leave them for another week or 2 before I plant them in. That's the bed topped up now. I've just levelled it off with the trowel, as you probably saw. And I like to keep my containers near to the top as possible. And I don't know if you can see from here, but if you just look at that side, you can see how much that soil has dropped in a year. And I think to top that little section up there, I used at least 15-20 litres of extra compost to bring the level up. Right, what I'm going to do now is give that a watering, and then I'll plant the lettuce. So that's the lettuce planted in. The variety is called Saladin, I've never grown this before. Another plot holder had it last year and I was very impressed with it, so I thought I'd give it a try. So I've got 8 plants in there. I've got to find some space to put the other ones. If you notice down the middle, I've run a little drill down there, and I'm going to pop a row of radish in to let them tick along while the lettuce are growing. Well, that's another job off the to-do list. There's plenty more to go at. That's about it for this one. Many thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.